You said just tell me one thing they shouldn't do as a teacher. You were there for a long time now. You have experience. What shouldn't the teacher do normally? Just one. Shouldn't.
You shouldn't be monopolized.
Monopolize. Very good.
Angry.
And angry. What happened here? Teacher? Limited.
The teacher here is limiting the conversation.
Yeah, teacher here is limiting the conversation, inhibiting the learner, not giving them chance, blocking the learner. And what will happen when language teachers, these guys are learning language. If you finish that, they're not going to learn anything. Yeah?
But within the class, it's maybe done by the student themselves.
By other students.
Yeah, and that's often happening.
Very good, yeah. Sometimes it happens by students, you agree? Yeah. Yes. Did it happen to you? Yes, please. Yeah. Please, yeah. No, not making mistakes, yeah. Yeah, learning from mistakes. There is another methodology called, and then learning from each other. Peer correction, very good.
And sometimes when students are out of topic, the teacher needs to stop them and redirect them.
Okay. Stop. That's shocking. What do I say? Please. Say it all the way. Wait. What else? Sorry. Okay, a minute, please. I'll come back to you. Do you mind if you give the floor to another student? Yes, sir. Okay, please. Give you the floor. It's a good idea. Very good. Be positive. We said spread positivity. You remember? Positivity. And then when I want to clarify my question or instruction, it's not clear, I need to... Oh, wait a minute, stop. I'll say it again. Hold on for a second. I will say it again. And then they will be attentive. They will be paying attention. And speed talk. And do you talk fast? If so, why do you think that you do? These are things we shouldn't do in class, like talking fast. What do you think? You agree with that? We shouldn't talk fast. Yeah? Yes, please. Should we talk fast or not?
No. It's not a good idea because if you're a teacher, you're supposed to articulate well words, try to expose the content in a really easy way, so you should pay attention to the rate or the speed of the language. It's really important.
Very good, I agree. All right, very, very good. If you talk fast and you think students are not following you, that's not a good idea. You have to slow down, hold on, paraphrase, say it otherwise, so that you could be comprehensible and understood by your students. So this is one of the things we should not do in class. Yeah? Some people, they want to show off and impress the students, and they talk fast. They say, do. Some students say, wow, this is very good teacher. Some students say, what is he saying? What's wrong? I don't catch anything. So some people want to be impressive and they talk fast for some time and then they slow down because they are not native speakers. And even native speakers don't talk fast. They slow down. They accommodate their speech according to the learner or the other parties. They are not supposed to do so. In my opinion, peers are allowed more to interfere and give their feedback, and not the teacher immediately. There is this kind of teachers who comment immediately on their students' utterances, and they block them off. Sometimes they embarrass them, sometimes they inhibit them, sometimes they demotivate them in front of their class, and next time nobody will put up their hands and the input will be limited in class. Like this teacher here, So I would like to write a question on the board asking you what you did over the weekend. I'm just going to grab the chalk, which is on my desk. There it is, I've got it. Give me just a moment while I write this on the board for you. What did you see? Too much wording for nothing. This teacher is making an effort, just a futile effort. Futility. Futile means, benign. Very good. Yeah. Why is he or is she talking? Why talking? Like excuse maker. Every time teacher comes in, excuse me, last week I didn't have This is superfluous, extra, futile, useless speech on the part of the teacher. So try to avoid it and give chance more to the students to do input in class. Short-tempered. Come into class, as we said, frowning or angry. Or, moody sometimes. Some teachers are moody. They change their mood according to the situation. This affects the quality of teaching that we do. We talked about self-answer. Sometimes some teachers ask questions, they answer. They ask the question and they give the answer. What's the use? What's the utility of you asking the question if not from the students? The answer should come from them. Why do you answer? Nobody can answer, so I answered. Well, you did not give them a chance, you did not give them time. I'm sorry, this and this. Every time she comes up with an excuse. And she takes much of their time, and they're sitting there learning nothing, and just hearing her providing excuses. And maybe sometimes they are true, sometimes they are fake. How much do you talk in class? I want you to choose from this. How much do you talk in class? A lot? Me too. So these two teachers talk a lot in class, but for you, take a look. Which one would you pick up most? Fatima, is that too much? Little?
Just about the right.
Too much? Enough? We have far too much. Just about the right amount.
Just about the right amount.
Enough.
Just about the right amount.
Just about the right amount.
Depends on the period of the day. For example, in the afternoon, it's like less.
What does he say?
You see, he does it very often.
Which part of the day?
In the afternoon, he speaks less, because of losing energy and
Because the morning is not
maybe at the end of the day, and he talks less. But in the morning, maybe big talker. Yeah, all right. We call that parroting. Yeah. Yes, please.
For me, I practice all of them.
Pointing, giving chance through pictures, situations, context, gestures, sign language, group work, pair work. All these techniques help in terms of reducing STT and increasing STT in class. It's necessary. I need to intervene, I need to talk, to explain the rules sometimes, or a situation. If I manage to explain the situation properly, there's no harm in me talking in class or contributing by extra words in class. Are you learners enough, young enough that you don't demand output? Are you telling stories, providing comprehensive input? Does your teacher talk consist of prompts which generate student talk? So all these situations here, all these cues apply to the situation depending on the nature of that situation. If it is an open-ended question, or if it is multiple choice or blank filling, etc. If I'm dealing with these kind of situations, I should limit my talk and give chance more to the students to think about their language. If my talk is going to generate talk on the behalf of the students, why not?
Teacher of English in many countries, teachers of English in many countries are now being trained to give more attention to the development of speaking skills in their learners. Spoken language is seen as such a vital tool in modern communication.
Alright, teachers of English in many countries are now being trained to give more attention to the development of speaking skills in their learners. Spoken language is seen as such a vital tool in modern communication. You agree with that? Speaking, not writing, not reading, not listening, but focus on speaking. Teachers are being trained to give more attention to the development of speaking skills in their learners. And not writing skills, not reading skills, not listening, but mainly speaking skills. Because we are dealing with language. Language means communication. What kind of communication? Oral communication, not written communication. So as I told you, we always care about survival in other contexts. If you empower your students with the skills, with competences of speaking, of course they will do it very confidently. Whenever you put them, they can manage to lead the conversation very easily and confidently. Talk to a tourist. Good morning, sir. How are you? What nationality are you? How do you find Morocco? And she gets stuck. Go ahead. Come on, say it. She cannot. Why? Because she's doing rote memorization. Rote memorization. Remember this word, very good word. R-O-T-E. Rote. Plain memorization. Memorizing. Learning by heart. If you learn by heart, you can start, and then maybe if you're not good at memorizing, you get stuck in the middle, and then you show that you are weak, incompetent. You put yourself at stake, in embarrassing situation, and people might laugh at you. So that's the main drawback of memorization. Mostly when you ask our students to do or conduct an activity by the end of the year, what do? They go home, they learn the dialogue by heart, and then they come to you, they say, sir, I'm ready. Yeah, we should, ready. And then you give them a chance. Yeah, go ahead. Sometimes she can start the first sentence, second sentence, third sentence.
She got stuck.
She needs a teacher to tell her something to continue. She gets